The Blood House. The old Laurent house wasn't bought, it was inherited by default. After the last distant relative vanished, the deed fell to Julien, a historian of Gothic architecture who saw not a haunted house, but a perfect dissertation subject. He arrived with measuring tape and skepticism, determined to catalog its famed phantasms as structural settlement and its ethereal moans as wind through rotten casements. The ghosts were the first to introduce themselves. A woman in a 1920s dress perpetually poured cold tea in the parlor. A child's laughter looped every night at 3:17 a.m. from the sealed nursery. They were harmless, trapped in time like flies in amber. Julien noted them as atmospheric residual phenomena, their tragedy reduced to data points. The vampires came on the third night. Julien had found a crypt, not below the house, but behind its west wall, a hidden chamber lined with lead and pagan symbols older than the house itself. Inside, 3 figures lay in the dirt, the vanished relatives. They were not rotted, but parched and still, like ancient roots. He fled, sealing the chamber. But at true midnight, the house turned inside out. The walls softened like flesh. The hallway stretched, doors vanishing. The harmless ghost of the tea-pouring woman suddenly turned her head, her eyes not sad, but starving. The child's laughter curdled into a hungry shriek. The vampires had awakened, and they did not feed on blood alone. Their leader, Caspian, materialized from the shadow of the grandfather clock. He was pale, not with sickness, but with the pallor of deep, earth-packed graves. "You've closed the larder," he said, his voice the sound of dust settling on a coffin lid. "We must now dine in the main hall." Julien learned the terrible truth. Laurent House was not haunted. It was a farm. The ghosts were the crop. Sustained, traumatized souls, their emotional energy a vintage the vampires sipped for a century. The vampires were the farmers, dormant for decades at a time, letting the human sorrow mature. By discovering and sealing the crypt, Julien had not imprisoned them, he had forced them to feed fresh. The vampires' power was the house itself. They warped its geometry, making floors slope like a funhouse into pits, where the ghosts now waited, no longer passive but ravenous and weaponized.
If you want to see the full video, visit the channel.